Hey Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 3:40 p.m. Enjoy your afternoon.
Welcome back. My name is Asia, like the continent, and actually it should be you telling me welcome back because I have been MIA and not like bikinis and BBLs. MIA, Miami. In preparation for today's video, I went on my YouTube channel to just look at something really quick, and I just realized that I have 101 subscribers. I know that's like nothing in YouTubeverse, but that is like so amazing. I probably should get some confetti and throw it, but I also don't want to vacuum after this, so we're just gonna like pretend like, where the hell have I been? Well, I was making videos and stuff, it was all cool, and then I stopped, and part of the reason was my commoner job, but let's just say since the last time I've posted a video on here, I quit that commoner job. Hashtag self-care, all right? So here we are, but I'm so grateful for the 101, I almost said Dalmatians, 101 subscribers. Thank you for those of you that watch every video that I post. Thank you for those of you that are new. If you are new, I guess you probably had a lot of time to watch all my videos. But it's just me. I'm Asia. I am a content creator, and I've been trying to content create since like the internet, period. I mean, MySpace, obviously everyone was doing MySpace and coding and whatnot. But when YouTube first started, I actually have another channel, but I use it for like my own personal looking up dumb stuff, so the algorithm won't be ugly on this channel when I go and log in. It's like all like the cool stuff. Anyways, I used to make YouTube videos. I've done stuff on Instagram. I'm into fitness, I'm into cooking, I'm into lifestyle, I'm into luxury, I'm into wine. So that's what we're gonna get into right now is wine. And today's video is supposed to be about wine recommendations for the summer. Why summer wine recommendations? I always lived in a mild climate, so you can pretty much wear the same thing and drink the same thing year round. But with summer, I love the summer. The days are longer and it's warmer out. You're going and gathering with people. We're probably doing a little bit more so now. COVID is not over. We shouldn't even bring her up because she is a petty hoe. But, you know, mask restrictions, whatnot, so people can actually get married and have gatherings and do whatever, baby showers. Don't do the little bouncy jump because those have been flying away. I don't know what that's about, but that's not of the Lord. Anyway, summertime calls for refreshments and something thirst quenching. I don't know. I have recommendations for you, and this is not an exhaustive list by any means, but let's just go with it. I wanted to share with you a sparkling rosé. It is by the McBride sisters. I will show you in a minute because the bottle as of this moment is not open, and I am no longer opening bottles under pressure on camera because it always fails, or it always fails. It never fails, and it explodes, and it looks like I'm an amateur at Chili's or something. So give me 1 second. Oh, it's gonna come. That sounds so dirty. Hold on. There we go. Also, I have tons of lotion on my hands because can't be on camera ashy. I have also, like, if my makeup looks jacked up or my lashes are crooked, tell your mama, don't tell me, because I haven't been putting on makeup all the pandemic, right? Like maybe like less than a handful of times during the pandemic. So I don't even know what my color is. You know, I don't go outside as it is. And so if I'm not matching or whatever, look, I am not Jackie Aina. Don't come for me about those kind of things. I haven't even watched Jackie Aina video. I know she sells candles now. I don't even, like, don't. I am doing really good. I'm wearing a bra. Like, let's not. This is the McBride sisters sparkling rosé, or sparkling Brut rosé, if it's gonna focus. Okay, there she is. Very beautiful salmon color. I believe, well, it does say on the bottle, this was produced in Hawke's Bay, New Zealand. So it is a blend. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I know the specific blend, but I do know in Hawke's Bay, in terms of reds, they do a lot of Cab Merlot blends. Syrah's a big deal in Hawke's Bay too, so it may be one or all of them in here. Let's go. And also, this sparkling rosé, I know it wasn't 20 bucks. Very accessible. very inexpensive. So this is something you could just keep on hand in the fridge all summer long. I haven't tasted it yet. I've had the other, I've had the Black Girl Magic, and I've had their Sauve. What else I've had? But I have not had this. And so let's see if I would recommend it. But I mean, I feel like you can't really go wrong with a rosé. You can, but you can't go wrong with a rosé, because worst case scenario, you can just make a sangria out of it. Or if you keep like frozen veggies in the freezer or something, just throw them in there and then just keep it pushing, right? So you can't really go wrong. And also the McBride sisters, not to fangirl them or anything like that, but pretty much everything they produce is not, I can't say that I've tasted anything and I was just like, don't buy that, like, unless I've forgotten. But shout out to the girls. Oh, it smells really good. I'm getting floral. Hold on. Oh, it smells really good. So, obviously like strawberry, but I'm getting floral notes, but I'm trying to figure out who. Kind of like rose, and I don't want to say rose because people usually like roses, but like very, I don't know, it's somebody else in there too, but let's just taste it because I also don't know how much memory I have on my memory card, and you guys know the struggle bus is like consistent, so. Is that my car? Let's try it again, because I'm getting, well, I say complex, let's say complex. I'm getting some complexities here, so there's some people off in here. Definitely like the strawberry off rip. I'm getting, that's not what I'm tasting. A little guava-y. You know what it is? Because I'm getting the strawberry, and I'm getting, it's a little spicy. That's what that's what I'm feeling. And there's a little, I wish I knew the blend of the grapes. Now I will say this is, ooh, who is that? Who is that in my mouth? Okay, so it's light-bodied as heck. Love, perfect for the summer. It has some complexities, so I like that. It's not just, you know how you get some rosés, and like I said, you can't go wrong. Even if it's like, meh, you can throw some fruit in there and just, or maybe zhuzh it up with some alcohol. If you got a zhuzh up rosé with some hard alcohol, it's like, I mean, just be grateful you only spent like 10 bucks or something, right? So it has a longer finish than I was expecting. And I'm thinking, I really wish I knew who was in here, because you gotta think Hawke's Bay. Well, first off, it's like freaking New Zealand. They're in the middle of the like ocean. They're just out there. They're like the Maldives. They're just like anything can happen and you on your own, honey. But Hawke's Bay in particular, it's a bay. It's like an actual place. Like it's whatever. Like New Zealand, I don't know. But I do know that they have that cool ocean climate, and so that's something that, in terms of the grapes, I don't know who's in here to really kind of go into, but I think that leans out reds, and then it's a rosé, right? So it's a very interesting rosé, but just drinking it, just tasting it and whatnot, this is good. It goes on a list for summer stuff. Would I buy this? I would buy this again. I would buy this. I don't know if I would just have it casually. I feel like I would have it casually, but like paired, right? Whereas everything else I'm going to be recommending is something you could just have for the sake of having wine. Whereas this, I feel like this would be really greatly, this is good actually. I think that's what it is. It's good. And it's getting my brain going. But this is definitely something I would pair with a nice, just regular weekday meal. I eat a lot of seafood, but a lighter pasta dish, this would go really good with that. This would definitely bring out any herbs or, like a No, would I do this with a cod caper sauce? Hold on. Like a cod and a butter caper sauce. Would I do this with that? I might. I don't know. Because then the capers would kind of... But I'd be curious to see how this goes. So that's the thing. It has complexities where it makes you think. And I don't have time to think because I don't know how long I have on my camera. And yeah, like I don't know how long my battery. And you don't want to hear all that. So let's just get into the rest of my recommendations. Let's put this down because I keep drinking it. And then distraction. My first recommendation for a summer wine is a Vino Verde. Okay, like... surprise! With Vino Verdes, I can't name the grapes because we're talking about Portugal. And one, in Portugal, there's so many grape varieties and it's not the usual suspects. And two, my Portuguese is terrible. I can't say nothing but bom dia. That's it. And I still don't think I'm pronouncing it right. No one bothers to correct me. You can correct me in the comments, but be gentle because I am a baby, okay? Vino Verdes are high acidity but low alcohol, and they're a little spritzery. They have a little, would you like, let's say a percente to it. And I love that. That is really great for every day. And I mean, low alcohol, right? So you're not getting lit off of it. So you can just drink it like whatever. And it has a little, like I said, a bit of the fizz. So if you're not really wanting to open up a bottle of bubbles, for whatever reason, a lot of people, I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but I've had people tell me, well, I don't really drink like a whole bottle, you know, within 24 hours or even 48 hours because you can, you know, cork it off or whatever. Or I think it's really weird. It's like, so you open a bottle, it doesn't even have to be champagne. You open up a bottle of bubbles and you're telling me that you won't drink it in enough time, like it'll go to waste. Like, what do you mean? Like, that's just... maybe because I love champagne, I love bubbles, period. So that's weird. I don't mean to judge, but I'm judging because that's just, I don't understand. I just don't understand. If you know you kind of want that mouthfeel, but you don't want to open up a bottle, that is perfect. A Vino Verde. I can leave some recommendations or ones that I typically drink. Very inexpensive. Oh my goodness. You can buy that like people buy cases of water. Like, I mean, you really could. So I think it's worth trying if you haven't already. And if you have a favorite, if you have a favorite, I can't go for this damn Invisalign. So we were in Portugal. We're going to scoot over a little bit to Spain. And this wine is also produced quite a bit in Portugal as well. Pretty much all the Iberian Peninsula, and I am talking about Albariño. Love it. You have to keep a bottle or two of that on hand for the summer. I'm sorry, not sorry. You're talking about the high acidity, low alcohol. It's a little bit smoother, if you will, than Vino Verde. It's citrusy with like lemon zest, which you get grapefruit. That's really great. You get some melon in there too. That's it. If you get a good album, if you go out right now and get one, there's ways to know like if it's BS or not, but spend a little bit more money because I miss talking about wine. I feel like you're the only ones that care how I feel about wine. Next up, Vermintino. We're in Italy now, okay? And they do kind of produce it like in Corsica, which is France. But yeah, Vermintino, all the Vermentinos I've had have been Italian. And that's another one you can buy like cases of water. That is, I guess price point is about the same too. And it's fresh and bright. It has that mineral, goddamn Invisalign. Take 80. It's fresh and bright with minerality. I love that. That's like for summer, it's perfect because you just want something cool. It's not about getting lit and toe up. First off, we can't be getting lit and toe up because it's bad for the skin. It's bad for the liver. Like, it's bad. So we don't want to get lit, but we want to get a little, you know, those little firecrackers, you light one and you throw it. You shouldn't throw firecrackers. I grew up in a time where kids were wildlings, so. Vermintino has that green apple, very citrus, more of a lime If you're not into lime, it's not like lime, but it's more lime than not, if that makes sense. You know, I gotta mention France specifically, and we're always talking about champagne, so I'm going to recommend a champagne that reminds me of summer, and that is Piper Heidsieck. That's summer to me. And it's weird because I am not as inclined to buy it in the winter time, or, you know, in the cooler months, or when the day is only like 5 hours long, you know, and you get the SADs or whatever. I just, for some reason, and I think that's because of that. And I love it. Piper is inexpensive. It's definitely a bottle of bubbles you should keep on hand. House bubbles. I'm finishing off a bottle. Watch. Whoa. All right. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Forgot how light the base was. See, here she is. Look, can you see how much I have left? I don't really want to keep her. Oh no, I still have some of that. She's good. She's that girl for the summer to me. How much is left? Oh yeah, I'm gonna finish when we get done. I'm gonna finish this off. But for those of you who are worried about having bubbles and not drinking it because you're a weirdo, you need to have one of these anyway. Not sponsored. I don't even remember where I got this particular one from, but you need to get a couple of these. I know you can get them like on Amazon. I think I paid too much for this one. I have a couple of them. I don't know what I got, but I know I've paid way too much, like $10 for one, and you can get them way cheaper than that on Amazon. So get you a couple of these. Stop making excuses about why you're not drinking all your champagne like an adult. Oh look, I had a Vino Verde that's like 1 glass left. Can you see her? I don't want it to get hot with these lights, but I think that's what I do. I do finish things, but I may end up opening something else and then I forget about them. I think that's what happens when you have children. You have one, you're like, oh baby, I love you so much, you're my precious baby. And then you have the second baby and you're like, okay kid, just, that's a box of Cheerios, go over there. I have to like change diapers with the new kid that's cuter. I think that's what's happening this week with wine with me. That's what being a parent is like, right? But Piper is fresh and lively. I mean, it's champagne, right? So you're getting some action off in there. It's well structured. You have notes of like tasting notes of grapefruit. And again, I think I'm just not in the mood for grapefruity taste in the winter time, the fall winter. But spring summer, let's go. Let's get it cracking. Like, I love it. There are also notes of like verbena. For those of you that tasted it before, let me know if you taste that too, or if I'm crazy. Maybe I'm making it up. Maybe I'm just excited all the time when I open a bottle of champagne, no matter what bottle it is. But I love it. And of course, we have to have our honorable reds mentioned because people are like, you can drink whatever. It's like, okay, whatever. I personally prefer, for just casual drinking, lighter body reds. So you got your Game's, Beaujolais, that's what I would drink. You know I love the Pinot Noir. So having those on deck really work, unless you're really having something super duper heavy that'll obliterate what you're drinking. I think you can just have those things on hand all summer long and you should be fine. I mean, if you're making one of those like Carl's Jr., I don't know what the hell they have it, but like where it's like a burger and barbecue sauce and like cheese and things like that, like your Pinot Noir is gonna be like, I don't know. But I just feel like if you have it, you'll be fine. And this wasn't on my list of recommendations, but I feel like a Primitivo is that's just a really good one to keep on hand, and I do find myself actually drinking those in the summertime, and it actually gets really hot where I live in the summertime, and so yeah, you don't really want something heavy, and I do prefer whites. I honestly drink more champagne than not, so in terms of drinking anything else, it really is more like a conscious, like, do I feel like having something with a heavier mouthfeel or whatnot. Those things are kind of what come into play when I drink anything outside of champagne, if that makes any sense. So I hope these recommendations find you well. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me either down below in the comments or on Instagram at asia.alexander. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Do that and tell your friends about it. Bro, watch me lose the damn card. Yeah, because I know those ain't going nowhere. But just talk to me, let me know what you feel. If you have anything you want me to cover, wine-wise or otherwise, let me know. I will talk to you guys later. I promise next time I will have more memory card space so I can just babble on, all right? That's it. Bye. Do it. Christ on a bike.